just talk about the progression of the Dragon Soccer program since you've been here.
I mean, it really does take a long period of time to make a big difference in terms of results. I feel like we're a lot better with our ability to possess the ball now, and so that means that we'll get more offensive opportunities because we have more of the play, whereas in the last 2 years, definitely maybe defending a little bit more than we were attacking. And then I think the players are just a little bit more comfortable in those goal scoring moments because they're there more often, and so that kind of gives them a little bit of confidence when they are in those moments in the games. And just with now, at least one group having had me for 3 years, they're very clear on the expectations and what they should be doing in certain situations. And I think that helps because they can help the younger players, and everybody just kind of is a little bit more on the same page. There's less questions.
Speaking of a few that have been with you now for 3 years, your team is very senior heavy, which is new. What's that like to have so many seniors in your program?
They don't quite feel like seniors to me just because I've only had them for 3 years, but I know that they are, and I'll inevitably be sad when they leave at the end of the year. But it's nice because they've obviously been around the program with or without me for, the last 3 years, and so they understand what it takes, and I think that they're highly motivated to make as much of an impact as possible this year because they can see the direction the program's going, and they really want to be part of making the change, from where we've been to where we're going. And so I can really see how motivated they are in every game and really every practice.
One piece of your team that is interesting, besides all the other teams that we have here, is you're probably the most geographically diverse group that we have on Dragon Athletics. Talk about what that brings, that diversity brings to your team.
I love that part. That was my experience as a player. I was from Canada, played in Minnesota, and I like the different cultures that brings. I like the exposure to different people and different backgrounds and different upbringings. It also means that you're going to have lifelong friends across the country when you do graduate and you are a little bit older. Especially having players from out of the country, they bring their own unique set of different things, like just the way a Canadian talks, or we have a player from Japan, and so introducing her to some American things has been, I think, really unique for her, but also for the other players, just to have a bigger understanding of what's out there in the world. So I love that part. It's one of my favorite things.
And how does this team continue to progress? What are some of the goals throughout the season, and what are you focusing on to get to the end in a good way?
Yeah, I mean, we really, really would love to make the playoffs, which you have to be top 8 to do that. That would be a really big moment for not only the seniors, but the whole group and all of the alumni, really. But honestly, we're just trying to take it one game at a time, because if we focus too much on that goal, then you lose sight of what the next task is, which for us is our game on Friday, and then turn around and it's got to be focus again for Sunday. And sure, you can take pieces from all the games, but it's really about what are you doing in that next game, and what are you doing to prepare for that next game. And you can't have your eye set too much on the prize, because then I think you lose sight of what you need to do to accomplish that and the small steps that you have to take.